What's this? All reactors are bad people. They exploit others to benefit no one but themselves. Collectively, they have stolen millions of dollars from actual creators and have stopped countless thousands from having a career. How the React Grift Works by DarkViperAU. I'm a reactor. I'm gonna go ahead and react to this. Before I react, I'm gonna walk over here and take a piss in my toilet. You stay there now. All right, you stay there now, okay? That's right, I'm pissing. I'm pissing loud, too. Oh, yeah. So this guy named DarkViperAU started a bunch of shit a couple days ago, or last night, or I don't know, or really care, to be honest. He drafted this document titled How the React Grift Works by DarkViperAU. It's a script for a future video that he's working on. I'm very interested to see his video because I do agree, by the way. I agree with him on a lot of stuff. Why and how, myself being a reaction channel, you might ask? How could you ever agree with this man? He is trying to destroy the very thing that you are. Well, having read the document and being born with a basic sense of comprehension beyond just the, responses on Twitter, I read it. And it makes a lot of sense. He doesn't really seem to be talking about channels like myself. It really honestly makes the entire thing seem kind of pointless because he's preaching to the choir, and that everyone with a functioning brain sort of knows this. It's that non-transformative reaction content is bad and fucks people over, especially content creators who put a lot of effort into their videos. And then people like Pokimane, XQC, Hassan, and Cr1tikal react to them on their streams, and they
see. This is where we keep all of our shipping materials. Anyone can just walk into the post office and grab hundreds of these boxes for free.
Obviously, there's a little bit of a trickle there. People are going to go find the channels. Myself personally, I've found a lot of really interesting channels. Chubby Emu, for example, from watching Cr1tikal streams. My biggest complaint with this whole thing is that Cr1tikal should not be on that list because he is a reactor. He does react to stuff, but I've never seen him do the things that the other people mentioned have done, which is just literally walk up and go take a piss while a video's playing.
The EDP445 video we're watching comes from YouTuber SunnyV2, who did a great job of researching the topic and getting all of the information out there. Okay, let's check on the EDP situation.
And I'm a reaction channel. I'm a fucking hypocrite, right? I try to actually put effort into the videos that I make daily. There's at least 6 hours of editing on every single video, minus the people that help me kind of come up with bits and random stuff to do in these videos, all for the sake of entertainment and trying to do something on a daily basis and entertain people, right? And I assume that's what all these people on the document do as well. Cr1tikal, Hassan, XQC, they just want to entertain people. Some of them do so in a very low effort kind of fucking way, which is literally just stealing. Is that okay? No, it's not. And this document does a really good job at highlighting the exact reasons as to why it's not okay. In fact, this document is, I would say, a really good document. It's not without its problems, okay? And there's a weird thing in the document that sort of likens the lack of consent that reactor channels require to someone who reacts to content being willing to be a sexual assailant, which I think is maybe the worst take ever. That's fucking ridiculous, man. But I'm sure that this being a draft, that would have changed in some form or another. And due to the criticism that the Dark Viper has gotten on this, I'm sure he'll change it. He seems like a fairly open to criticism type guy. I mean, he's literally been playing GTA 5 for like 15 years now. And has he stopped the train yet? That's what I'm wondering. Non-transformative reaction is not cool, bro. Nobody's saying that it is. And it's also not fair use. So there's a system that I'm sure you've heard of called DMCA, where if your content is being reacted to and it doesn't fall under fair use, you can DMCA that person and have them take that down, which I think that should be used a lot more often. In fact, I've never gotten a DMCA because I believe most of my content is transformative, and the majority of my videos are full of fucking comments of people being like, why don't you talk so much? Because I'm trying to be transformative and actually add something to this situation, not be a leech. All right, I gotta piss again. Just kidding. I've never gotten a DMCA. I've gotten a lot of copyright claims, obviously, because they're automated, but I always dispute them, and I always win because I say, hey, look, in my opinion, to the best of my knowledge and in good faith, I believe that this video was created and uploaded to my channel not to take away from the original. The majority of this video is me speaking, critiquing, or satirically parading around like a morbidly obese person, right? I send this and the lawyers or whoever sees it reads it, and then they agree, and then they release the claims. A lot of the TLC videos that I react to, I get paid for. I get paid for because they're technically fair use. And I'm very careful to react to stuff that's obviously free on YouTube, not behind a paywall. And generally I react to stuff that's short clips and then combine them. That's why it's just such a mess of all the stuff on my channel. So I'm a reaction channel. I'm maybe a bad person, bit of a shithead for sure. In spite of this and actual fair use though, there are people who just don't like reaction content, which is totally fine. You can watch whatever the f you want to watch. There's fortunately a majority who are fine with watching stuff, reaction content, if a creator makes it more entertaining or if they kind of put their own spin on something, or they add criticism, etc. Reaction stuff's fine, and those people do not like non-transformative reaction stuff, which is cool. I feel like Dark Viper probably doesn't like non-transformative reaction stuff either, man. This whole fucking thing exploded on Twitter and just made my brain hurt for such a long time today. A lot of the takes on it underneath the Twitter replies are just brain dead, dude. From both sides and in the middle, right? And then there's some really good ones, as there always is. Few good ones, few L plus ratios in there. What's most interesting about this entire situation to me is the interactions that it caused between Dark Viper and one of the people that was mentioned in the doc, Critical. Critical reacted to the doc about reaction creators.
I know they say the Lord forgives all sins, even murder, but thanks to one man, my third eye has truly been opened to a very hard to swallow truth that there's one sin so unforgivable that it sends the person straight to hell.
He was offended, obviously, because this person is likening him to someone who doesn't do anything other than just watch TV and re-upload it to his YouTube channel, which is not true. Critical, in my opinion, should not be on the list. He makes 99% of the shit that he makes is you know, he's adding to it, right? About half, anyways, is just his own totally original shit that he's doing.
Basically is comparing React content creators to... He really doubles down, puts his nuts on the table and says, yeah, reactors are likely to commit...
Critical reacted to the doc in a video, and I think he misinterpreted it or kind of maybe got some context from some of the like Twitter replies and kind of went too heavy on the SA thing, which is a terrible, terrible likening. But in the document itself, it specifically relates that in the sense of consent, which does make sense, but it's a fucking major L as an example to use, especially on the internet. You're gonna get that taken and twisted. Dark Viper reacts to Critical's video, very passionate, very angry, kind of gets a lot of mentioning of poisoning the well, which is weird because this, I feel like this right here, this phrase, all reactors are bad people, is kind of poisoning the well. Just in general, you're not really inviting a conversation from reactors if you're just saying all reactors are bad people. I'm a reactor. My initial response was not good to this until I actually dug deeper and read it. When in reality, it's not even fucking about me, dude. It's not even about me or most of the people who I would consider react. It's not even about Sniper Wolf, who is the worst reactor there is on YouTube. She doesn't even react to shit. She just reads. So that's like, you know, original. Dark Viper's response to Critical was just passionate, and it kind of made me understand more of the document, like the context and the nuance of the document was brought to light more so by watching Dark Viper's video.
Let's play a game. Let's see how many of these words are actually in this document. Sexual, no. How about abuse? Oh, we got report abuse at the top here. How about criminal? No. How about predator? No, not that either. How about no? It's almost like Charlie is making shit up and I don't understand why. My point was, consent matters.
That makes perfect sense because he intends this script to become a video, and it will no doubt change by then. It will morph into something that is more nuanced and more contextually accurate. It'll be easier to understand when it's not just words on a page. Critical got L plus ratio, to be honest with you. And Dark Viper, even the comments on Critical's video are overall, I would say, negative, kind of holding him accountable for missing the point of the doc, which is great, by the way. I love an audience that can hold their messiah accountable. Not my audience though. Don't do that. Don't do that, guys. Let's, you know, follow me blindly. All right, sheeple? Drink your Kool-Aid, follow me. Dark Viper's response was good, all-encompassing. he hit every single point. A lot of ad hominem type stuff. He really doesn't seem to like Critical at all. I don't know if he didn't like him beforehand, before this, or he just didn't like him because of the personal nature of the initial interaction, which either makes sense, right? You're totally allowed to not like someone. And if someone personally attacks you, you're totally, completely allowed to not like them. Obviously, I mean, that just makes sense. And at the point where we currently are, Critical and Dark Viper have not communicated with one another directly, but Critical released another video kind of getting ahead of all the hate that he's getting, because that's just all this shit does, is just cause waves of hate. Oh, you're L-take, mouth breather. So I'm sure both of these people were receiving an overwhelming amount of hate and just like attacks from both sides, which I can speak to personally because I was in drama with Critical earlier in 2021, by the way, if you didn't know, guys. I released a tweet. I said, Critical, you're ripping me off. I compared my adult diaper tier list to his adult diaper tier list. Holy shit. And mine came out a couple months beforehand. Oh my God. I told him that he stole my content. I was joking. By the way, if you don't know me, most of the things that I say are just jokes. They're not true. Critical made a little video about stealing ideas and then kind of glossed over that, my tweet, and said that my joke wasn't funny, which hurt my feelings. I'm gonna be honest. Hurt my feelings, but he didn't know me at all, never even seen me. He did watch my adult diaper tier list video. He did speak highly of that, which, you know, that gave me a little boner for sure. My clit was happy. I don't have a clit. And then I made like a little response video where I was distraught. I used my C920 camera because I thought it'd be funny if I like looked different. It was awesome though, and he's one of my good friends now. He's a great guy. That's why I don't see this whole thing ending in the way that it currently is. He made a final response to Dark Viper, admitted to being wrong and sort of missing the point, missing the true argument of the original document. He also admitted that Dark Viper's video response to his on the document added a lot of context, which helped clear, you know, everything up, which, as it does, context is incredibly important on the internet. It's hard to get it by just reading words. I really want to know what you guys think. What do you think about the original document? And do you think Critical is a just true reactor? I don't think so. I don't think I'm a true reactor. I think I genuinely put effort and take pride in a lot of the stuff that I make. Not all of it, like the animation stuff. And I haven't given credit in a lot of stuff, and I haven't asked for consent. So there's obviously some shit that I need to change about myself and my content. And that's what I think this entire situation is beautiful, because it's interesting drama, but it's all based on a true diamond of like not necessarily even positivity, but something that we can all take away from the situation as content creators that is positive, right? Because I do inherently feel bad about reacting, and I do feel that reactions are inherently bad because you're stealing shit. But there's a way around it by putting in effort and changing shit and being satirical or comedic in a way that adds to the original content. I truly believe that as well. So I'd like to know what you guys think down below though. Let me know what you think. I'm really excited to see Dark Viper's full video on the React grift. And I would like to see his more specific thoughts on like YouTubers such as Sniper Wolf, for example, and myself even, and Critical's other work that isn't on Twitch, where he's, you know, just kind of watching stuff. And, oh, and also Critical did mention in his response video that he's not going to be doing that anymore. If he finds a video that he thinks will be interesting and something that he wants to create content based off of, he's not going to react to it on his stream, which is, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. And I think it's an example of a true quality creator willing to kind of step up to the plate when they're proven wrong. I think that's fucking awesome. Because I'm not sure about the other people. I know the other people mentioned in the doc have very large, very rabid audiences. So I'm interested to see what happens when his video, Dark Viper's video, when it's made, gets reacted to live on stream. I'm really, really excited for that. I wish the best for Dark Viper. I think all the shit that he said came from a really positive place, trying to make YouTube as a platform better and Twitch, whatever, which is good. And it's unfortunate that there's a lot of like misrepresentation and potentially, you know, like a lot of lack of context, which confuses people. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. Go ahead and click this video here if you want to watch more. Maybe it's a reaction video. I'm gonna go pee.